What's going on? What's going on out there, fellas? Just worked a long day. Man, it's about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time here where I'm at in North Carolina. And I start work at 6 in the morning. Why I'm telling you this is because what are you out here doing? You want to change your situation? You have to work somewhere. You have to work. You have to take care of your family. I have a family to feed, as many of you brothers do out there. And I find it a good thing to have a father to instill in me that if you want something, you got to work for it. So, I've been putting in the work. I'm also doing some things on the side, building my personal brand outside of work, because let's not get it twisted. One income is not going to cut it. One income is not substantial enough to survive out here. And you see how things is changing out here. You got the digital market, anyone that's been keeping up with crypto, which I've been telling people about for months into years now, and nobody is seeming to be taking that serious. A few people start to pick up on it now that it's growing at such a rapid rate. I think it's at 40 grand now. And before Christmas, I was saying that I wouldn't be surprised if it hit 25,000. And I wouldn't be surprised if it hit 100 before the year is out, maybe the next few months. So you have to have a combination of things, build an income. You have to have work, which you can fund your investments, work to fund your business on the side or businesses. All this stuff takes money, but you have to work to start somewhere to get the capital to build your business. So we out here working. Like I said, some of us work long days. Yes, I am a blue collar brother. I actually drive trucks. And shout out to my truck drivers out there, out here getting and out here making this money, feeding their families, and it's a good thing. Out here working is keeping a lot of us brothers out of trouble. Just think about it. You have a lot of brothers out there that get in trouble. It's because, this is one of my opinions, that it's because they don't have something to do. They don't have nothing to occupy their time. They don't have enough going on to even keep them busy, to keep their mind off of the dumb stuff in the street. Now, we all ran the streets a little bit, but we knew the levels and we knew the boundaries we could cross. See, what I did was I ran the streets and I worked. But when it comes to street life, there's certain things I wouldn't partake in because I knew it was too risky. There were certain things that, and once again, I didn't get involved in it. Once again, leading back to talking about my father, that helped a whole lot for the decisions I made. That helped with me not getting involved in certain things in the streets like drugs and gang activity. I didn't do those things, but we run the streets a little bit anyway because that was just, to me, it was fun. Even though I'm working, run the streets a little bit, work. But the thing was, once you get away from that, your life changes. You're busier now. You got a family. Every once in a while, it seems like the streets call you a little bit. It's like it's calling you back. And it's a good thing to be occupied to the point where you don't go back, but you remember. So when you see someone, they run the streets, you have something that you could tell them he said, hey, you have to find the best way to tell these brothers this now. You don't want to insult them, but tell them, hey, you don't have to do this forever. Hold on, I'm gonna cut this heat off. It's hot in here. Cut this off. There we go. Maybe you can hear me better as well. But it's a good thing to see brothers in the street, and they're of the street, but you look at them as, hey, I ran it a little bit too. I'm no better than you. So I think that's where a lot of brothers get it twisted. They see someone that's still in the street and they treat them differently. Now, granted, we don't hang in certain areas no more because it puts your situation at a risk. Once you start building something, the wrong decision, you could lose everything. And it's just, you have to find the right way to talk to these brothers. A lot of them are good people, in my opinion. Very good people. It's just where they're located at, their circumstance. A lot of them haven't experienced different things, different places. So where's they going to go? Where's their mind going to be if they haven't experienced nothing new or nothing different than what they're raised up in? What was I about to say? It'll come back to me. But I had a point I wanted to make with that, but it'll come back to me. But yeah, talking to brothers, and I never forget, I was coming out of a Walmart in my hometown, and it was a young brother, dreads. A lot of us brothers wear dreads, and I thought nothing of it. Some people might look at him a certain way, but to me, he's one of my brothers. Young guy. He might have been 19, 20, something like that. He had dress clothes on, but he asked me, can I help him tie his tie? So you guys out here that had your father, or if you didn't have your father in your life, you have some male influence, call them up. They're still around. They're still alive. Call them up, tell them, you appreciate them. Remind them of what they've done for you, that you wouldn't be where you are without them. Because, it could go wrong. It could go south really quick, really fast in a hurry with the wrong decision. Having that father in your life kept me out of a lot of things. There's a lot of things I wanted to get into, I didn't partake in because it was just I didn't have the desire for it. For example, growing up, I wanted an earring. All the young kids at the at elementary, middle school age, during those years, they had an earring, left ear, of course, and some guys were bold and had one in each ear. I just wanted one in my left ear. I brought the idea up to my dad, and he was like, "No, women wear earrings." That was his stand on it. That pretty much shut that down. Now, I'm 36 now. I look back on that, I'm like, why was I even wanting an earring again? It's just, the things we think were cool growing up, a lot of those things are not even cool no more. But there's still memories. Like, especially the experiences we had. It's just now that life is different, you have to appreciate things more, especially time. You have to appreciate time. You have to appreciate family more, especially since we have this pandemic going on. A lot of lives was lost because of this pandemic. I lost someone I knew because of the pandemic, due to COVID. And it makes you think. It makes you think about what's really important. A lot of this nonsense and stuff that we talk about and we get involved in, it's not even worth it, And I think it took for things like this to happen to kind of remind us of like how precious life really is. To be appreciative. I appreciate my father, my mother too, but we don't give fathers the same amount of credit as we would do our mothers. They get all the praise Mother's Day, all the gifts and stuff for Mother's Day, and then Father's Day, we want to give our fathers a tool that they can use to do work with. Some socks, stuff like that. Now I appreciate now some socks. Now send me some socks. I like stuff like that. Men like that kind of stuff, but it's just the thought of it. The extravagant gifts, the men versus women. That the women get the extravagant stuff, and the men just get like maybe a phone call. All this is good things now. I'm not knocking it, but the level. I'm talking about the level of gift compared to what the mother get. So I feel like the fathers don't get enough credit and just due as they should. And to the fathers that won't there for their children, we gotta be honest with you. A lot of times it's not the child, because I believe black men, for the most part, love their babies. It's just the mother. In my opinion, I think the mother is just so difficult in trying to use a baby to control them that a lot of men are like, man, screw this. I know my child's gonna suffer, but I'm not gonna deal with this headache just to be around my child. I can make more children. A lot of them think that way. And they don't think that way initially. It's just that after a while, it's like, I'm not going to keep fighting you. You just want to fight over nothing. And especially if the guy moves on and get him another woman. And if the woman's more attractive than her, a lot of them like, well, you're not going to see your kid, or this will be all kind of problems. So to the women that might see this, if, the father of your child, y'all not together no more, don't deny him that right to see his child, because he loved that child and you just using that child to hurt him. You using it as a sick game, and something has to be mentally wrong with you to think that's okay, to deny a father their child. And you're not being a good mother anyway. Let's just be honest with you. Somebody with that mindset is not a good mother, because a good mother will want the father in the life too. They wouldn't alienate him out of the life of the child. We all know that the fathers make a difference in the decisions of men and women. I'm going to talk about the women a little bit. A father in a girl's life, that shows her that a man can love her. That's the first man that loves her without wanting something from her. See, these girls grow up without a father. They end up a lot of them end up dealing with men that just want something from them. For a lot of cases, they end up dealing with men because they're trying to fill that void that they're missing. They're trying to find a man to replace the father they didn't have. That's why some of them become prostitutes. That's why some of them just be in the streets like that. They run the streets and, they take advantage of men, all kind of things, because the father's not in the child's life. But I believe that's the case, that a lot of times a mother just play keep away with a child. And if he don't want to do what you want him to do, you can deny him that access to his child. And a lot of times the child wants to see the father, but you lying to the child. And see, this is why that it's a good idea that men upload content on these platforms, especially men that don't get to see their child for stupid reasons. A lot of times it's not the brother's fault. I say 80 to 90% of the time it's not the brother's fault. Men, if you're not even seeing your child, she deny you the right to your child because you done moved on and got another woman, or something stupid, some stupid reason, upload that. Because one day that child will see that content, because it's the internet. That child will see that content and see the truth of why the father won't end that his or her life. That truth will be out. And I'm glad brothers are uploading the truth. They're putting the truth out there. And once something is saw, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it once it's out there. So guys, just a little drive home. Let me know what y'all think of this topic. The topic of, having fathers is important in a child's life. Let me know. You can even put any comment that you want on this topic. Just let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you had your father in your life. If you didn't, I want to know too. Just get things off your chest, because it makes a difference. It really do make a difference in adulthood. It even makes a difference in adulthood decisions. All right, let me know what y'all think. Peace.